Alright, so, boom. SSF2 1.2 update new content thing tester build. So I don't know if you guys have been checking Cloud Gaming's Twitter lately, like the past couple months, but they've been posting like little tidbits of information about, new content. And I was out here with the old tester build that didn't have this new content, which kind of sucked. But thankfully enough, the developers were nice enough to update the tester build yesterday with a bunch of new content that I'm going to be covering in this video. I'm in a bit of a rush while I'm making this video since I have to leave tomorrow for an 11-hour car ride, so I'm making this whole video in a day. So the order is pretty random. It's just all the new content I could find in the new tester build. Things like balancing changes, new taunts and colors, new entire moves, just all sorts of cool changes. And before I get into it, no, there are no final smashes. Stop writing that comment. I know you write that every video. I think they're still planned to come before the SmashCon characters. I still don't really know about that. Anyways, let's get right into the video with our first batch of new content, starting with... And I guess the first change I really talk about is, well, frankly the most obvious one, which is the changes to the HUD. It's completely different when you're in game, and honestly I think it looks a lot better. It takes a little while to get used to, but it's definitely grown on me. I think it might be my favorite HUD so far. And that's actually not just the only change, there's plenty of other changes to the HUD as well, such as the training mode menu, which is completely changed and looks a lot better, as well as the item menu, which looks much fancier with these slick animations overall. So they've been working hard on the UI, and it looks a lot more professional and much better. Alright, so next we'll talk about Crystal's new side special, which is the really cool cake they showed on Twitter earlier. Her old side B was really bad. It was just a really trash little dash she did, and it didn't really help her recovery at all. So considering her recovery was pretty garbage before, this definitely helped a lot. It's a nice slide dash. You definitely can't just ladder to the top of the screen with it, but you can do a side B up B, and you can do side B to pretty much any aerial. You can also do it on the ground. It's pretty good, but it does have a fair amount of startup lag, and it sends you at a downwards angle in the air, so you can't recover with it if you're too low. Pretty balanced overall. And while we're on the topic of new moves, I might as well go talk about Rayman and Simon, who also have new moves. Rayman now has a new neutral air. His new neutral air is really cool. It's a big circular multi-hit, which is pretty useful for extending combos. And overall I like it a lot. And before I show his other changed move, just know again this is all subject to change because this move's kind of broken. His new dash attack. Yeah, that's the distance of one dash attack. It also has almost no end lag, so you can combo into itself or combo into pretty much anything, and it does 9%. It's basically a guaranteed neutral win, and I'm almost 100% confident they're going to patch it out or nerf it, since it's pretty broken as it is in tester build. But yeah, again, subject to change, it could definitely be nerfed. Simon actually has a really cool new jab. You can use it as a singular hit, just hit him one time and then stop it and attack people with it, like using it in a combo. Or you can just hold it out like a Sheik whip, just by holding A after you start the jab, and you can spin it around, sort of like the ultimate one where you sort of do the ball and chain. I'm not really sure how practical it is, but it is a really cool detail, and I think it's really cool. And I wanted to quickly mention that although I won't be going into the details on his new changes, I do want to let Black Mage fans know that Black Mage is actually getting a sort of rework right now. He's getting a lot of balance changes to make him a much better character. I've already seen some of them. Some of them are very cool, but still very early in development. But he's still very early in development, so I don't really feel like showing anything that's probably going to be changed. So really the last balance change I'm going to go over, since I can't go into detail on every single one. There's tons of characters that got changed. But the last big one is actually a nerf to Pac-Man. I'm not entirely sure, but after practicing it for a good amount of time, I am pretty confident that they at least nerfed or took out the ability for Pac-Man to re-grab his fruit after throwing it immediately. This hurts Pac-Man players a lot. You're going to have to be a lot more creative with your combos considering the fact that you can't just immediately grab the fruit. You have to actually hit them with it first to re-grab it. Next, we'll be talking about the new taunts added in this update, since there was actually a really good amount of new taunts added. First off is Rayman's new taunt, where he throws his body like a basketball. Pretty simple, but very cool. Next you have Simon's new taunt.
I will destroy you.
Bowser's new taunt. Both of Ichigo's new taunts. ZSS's new taunt. And Zelda's taunt. And Fox's new taunt. Overall, really cool taunts. They might add a voice clip for some of them, like the Fox one. Another cool thing added in this update is Goku's new idle animation, which is just a brand new sprite. Looks a lot more clean than his old one, which was a lot more generic. And along with his new idol animation were some updated costumes that not just Goku, but a lot of characters got new updated costumes. There's actually so many changed ones, some that are significantly changed and some that are minorly tweaked, that I'll only really be showing some of my favorite ones I've noticed, such as Goku's new Goku Black skin, and other various ones you can see on screen now. Really like this orange Luigi one, a couple cool Naruto ones I saw that I was a big fan of. There's this very strange brown Sonic one, which is kind of cool also. And Zelda and Sheik got plenty of changed ones. But yeah, pretty much every character, as far as I'm aware, got just quality of life on their alternate colors. Like even Captain Falcon got a couple. So yeah, new taunts, new colors, new moves, new everything pretty much, right? Other new cool things, more casual oriented, are some brand new items, which you might have already seen when I showed the new item UI earlier. Starting off with the Blood Sword, which is a swingable item, similar to the Home Run Bat and Beam Sword. But this one actually heals you when you do damage, sort of like the vampire effect. But an even cooler item they added is the Poison Bomb, which when you throw it at somebody, doesn't do that much damage up front, but does like a whopping 50%, or pretty close to that at least, of poison damage over time, which is actually a lot of damage. So that's a pretty cool item. It explodes on contact. And there's one other item they added that I'm sure some of you guys haven't seen because they didn't actually show this one on Twitter. However, they did reference it for their April Fool's video. So if you saw their April Fool's video, it didn't really make much sense, right? This Trophy Wars thing. However, the new item they call it is called the Trophy Stand, and if you throw it at a character, you turn them into a trophy, which at low percent barely holds them as a trophy at all, but at high percent actually keeps them as a trophy for much longer. So you can pretty much turn them into a trophy and then just, I guess, throw them off stage. It's a pretty cool item overall, and I guess it's close to we'll ever get to the actual trophies in SSF2, right? That's about it for the new items. However, there is actually a brand new assist trophy being Pain from Naruto. They also again tease us on Twitter. However, I do think this is the first reveal of it in action, that what the attacks actually do. As you can see, it's sort of just a rock attack which spins around him. If you've seen Pain in the anime, it's a little underwhelming compared to what he actually does, but still overall it is really a cool nod to Naruto and definitely one of my favorite assist trophies. Anyways, those were the biggest changes and cool things that were added to the tester build I really want to share with you guys. There's plenty of other stuff that I did not mention in this video, so always look out for more information. Maybe one of the other testers like Sherwood might show it off, who knows. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.